on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Tokwe Mark Odige, and with me as usual are my co-hosts. Ladies, how you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Tokwe.
Your pink is pinking and cheerful,
don't
so you should be.
I'm not in the mood. Eko Disco, can you please light up Awoyaya? I have people living in Awoyaya have been unable to reach for months, and they've been complaining of. You can call somebody for a full day, they don't have a place to charge their phone. Wow. And the way the place is structured, they can't have generators just anyhow. It's a rented apartment, they can't install. So if the light is bad, how long does it take to fix it? Why is the light there epileptic?
Are they band B or bandits?
Band-A or whatever they are bandits they deserve to be powered. Eco Disco, do your work, please. I'm going to stay on it because you can't go weeks being unable to reach your people until they have found a place to charge phone. They come back and say, it's like everybody is angry, complaining.
About the same thing.
The same thing. And there's a district office there, they do their job. This particular apartment, I had to pay because they had a wire issue. Somebody came to connect them. Eco Disco said they are diverted power theft. I paid for that particular apartment. It's the client's apartment I manage, and people, I can't reach them. So they should do the needful.
It's okay. But you are looking very colorful and bright. You are the brightest spot of our show today. I should move on, Abby.
Calm down.
Mariam, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. So I'm I officially have no child in primary school.
Wow!
My daughter graduated yesterday.
Congratulations.
My goodness. See, the first child, I was so teary and emotional. With this one, I was just waiting for it to just finish and let's go.
Can we move?
I've become such a veteran parent. I was saying it, I was not tearful. She was looking at me like, she was so hot, like, really? You are not tearful for me? But, you know, it's such a blessing, honestly, that we are here. I've done it twice. Mr. Loge has done it. This is the fifth and last child. So we've been celebrating the fact that he will not pay primary school fees anymore. But, you know, it was really expensive. That's what he said. He said, please don't even try me.
Secondary is loading.
He said, secondary school fees, is it that easy? But, you know, I'm just so grateful to God for his blessings and that we're able to do this, finish with, you know, and also in flying colors. So thank
Congratulations.
you. Yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. You're a big girl now. Hey, me, I just do. I don't even know the one that is doing me, but I'm just taking it one day at a time. There's a lot to do. I'm just trying to decide. I've decided, right? But I'm just trying to follow through on some of the decisions I've made in business. We've been trying to restructure the business for a bit now. We're almost done. We have new recruits who has joined the company. I was able to have a meeting with them yesterday. And we're looking good. Let's see what is in store for us when it comes to business. But Body by BC is going global. Just stick around.
I used the tiger nut and I gave you feedback.
Yeah.
So I think I used it in the morning yesterday, and then late in the evening my husband came home and he hugged me and he was like, oh, you're smelling something.
You're smelling.
And like, you're smelling. He was trying to pick this. He was trying to describe it, and I was like, oh, I'm sure it's because I didn't use perfume. I'm like, I took my shower and I just rubbed the cream. So it really smells
the
like.
latest products
okay,
are
let
me.
We took
our time, blood, and money to do it, and it's working.
That's what it takes to build a legacy.
Well done.
Yeah. So I'm grateful to God. In my grateful girl era, I've been really tired. It's just been a back-to-back stress, blocked nose. I'm not sleeping too well. So I feel like there's a whole lot. And yes, the work does not stop. So despite I'm not feeling too well, we plow on and continue, because at some point in time, when the body does not move, we'll now rest. We'll take a break now. We're still moving right now. So guys, stay with us. When we return from this break, we'll go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're starting our front page review with The Nation major headline: Buhari exits in blaze of glory. Tinubu, African leaders, governor, ordinary folks bid ex-president farewell. Katsina, Daura locked down. In other news, US UAE visa issuance. Federal government begins action on issues of concern. Akpabio appeals judgment on Natasha suspension suit. 79 Ponzi schemes in operation, SEC warns. Stock markets capitalization rises to 127 trillion. And police recover 5 million naira ransom cash. What story are we starting with?
Okay, let me do so the Securities and Exchange Commission has launched an investigation into 79 suspected Ponzi schemes across the country, across Nigeria, in case they are in another country hearing this. So they are warning those found culpable that they will face severe legal consequences. Presently, they are investigating 79, but particularly this FF Tiffany company. They said the company is known as FF Tiffany and is widely accused of orchestrating a fraudulent investment scheme that has allegedly swindled thousands of Nigerians at home and in the diaspora, and that their preliminary findings promise unusually high returns, realistic high returns to Nigerians and foreigners everywhere. So they said they've, flagged it as a very great threat to investors, but then they're also warning the public, and they are on the tail of about 79 others that they are.
SEC has been speaking up a lot, and they've been very active in checkmating a few of what is happening, but it's just that crisis and all these fraudulent acts, they go on under the radar for a long time and spread. So a lot of people have sucked in their money. So I think it's just to educate the public that if anybody is promising you too good return without any form of regulatory backing, please don't put your money into it. You've worked too hard for your money to lose it.
Here.
I have the Delta State Police Command under the leadership of CP Olufemi Abani-Wanda. He has made another significant achievement in his commitment to rid Delta State of criminals, particularly kidnappers that have been terrorizing some parts of the state. They said that the police arrested 5 suspected kidnappers and recovered 5 million naira ransom from them. They had tracked down suspected kidnappers operating in the state. The suspects were found at their hideout in Okwashi Uku, Oshimili North Local Government. He said that one of the arrested suspects, Sanusi Abdullahi, was apprehended in possession of the 5 million naira ransom, which was part of the funds that had been collected from one of their victims. They said that the operation that they had led to the identification of a recent kidnapping incident, which involved a young lady that happened July 9th. They said that they conducted a raid along the Patani-Ugeli Expressway near Unenure axis, and they arrested Solomon Danisco alias Piccolo, Nelson Jacob, Oruma Saturday, Olise Jude, Precious Uroboing, and Whiskey Ruffers alias Aswana. And that the suspects were heavily armed. They engaged the police in gun battle.
Wow.
The confrontation, they said, led to serious injuries among the suspects, with 6 confirmed dead and in hospital, and 2 currently receiving medical treatment. They also recovered 4 locally made guns, 19 live cartridges during the operation. And the police says that they'll continue to, do their best to protect the communities and ensure safety for all the residents in the community. So well done to the Police Command in Delta State. This is a huge achievement.
I took the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has directed all relevant federal agencies to address the issues raised by the United States and the United Arab Emirates in recent changes to visa issuance policies for Nigerians. The President specifically asked the agencies to enhance intergovernmental cooperation and fortify systems that authenticate the identities of Nigerians seeking consular services abroad. The directive was contained in a statement yesterday by Tinubu's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, that's Bayo Onanuga. It says the U.S. State Department announced July 8th the new visa restrictions for Nigeria, reducing most non-diplomatic and non-immigrant visas to a single entry with a 3-month validity. The decision marked a major shift from the previous policy, which granted multiple entries, with longer validity of up to 5 years and greater flexibility for travel. So they said, with the change, a lot of people were talking about it. It sparked conversation on social media. And Onanuga said in a statement that the U.S. has notified Nigeria that its decision to review visa privileges for Nigerian passport holders was informed by 2 key concerns: the growing incidence of visa overstays by Nigerians and challenges in obtaining reliable access to applicants' record. Initially we thought it was the reciprocity. They had said that we stopped our own 5-year visa for them.
Now
yes,
now
they're changing it. That it's not about reciprocity. It's just the fact that many Nigerians are overstaying. They are welcome when they travel there. But the government, as the president now, has given a directive that Nigerians need to obey the laws of the host countries. If you get into a country and it's time for you to get out, kindly get out. Then they're trying to see how they can collaborate and fine-tune this. They've been having these meetings. I'm looking forward to where they'll say, okay, America has changed their policy now. Nigerians cannot have 5 years.
Nigerians are being locked in. Like, if you want to, anytime you want to step out, it costs a whole lot of money to travel as a Nigerian than any other countries.
Yeah.
There are countries in the world that they don't have to pay for
so
visa.
much.
Is it than any other country, though?
Is it more expensive than any other country?
Yes, it's actually
from any other country.
There are other countries that went into China without having to pay for anything for visa. Like, you just do ETA.
Yeah.
There are many countries you don't need to pay for visa. But here you pay for visa and you only get 1 entry.
Yeah.
So you pay that money, some people get multiple entry. And there are just so many things
just very
that,
stiff
yes,
with us.
that,
It's
yeah.
unfair.
And you can't stop them from doing what they want to do. Anyway, one of the biggest news today is the president being laid to rest. The ex-president, our former president rather, it really was a sad experience. A lot of people showed up, a lot of people. I'm talking the Guinea-Bissau president, Niger Republic president. They were at the graveside physically. Of course, the Saudi King Salman, Crown Prince Mohammed, they mourn as well with the family and as well as with the country. Then we have Guterres also sending his condolences from the UN. We had tears flowing from locals as well as former government officials who showed up physically at the graveside to mourn the passing of our former president, Muhammadu Buhari. We'll move on to the next paper, which also still carries the major story. If you look at the Punch, major headline, final salute. Nigeria beats Buhari, emotional farewell. Tinubu Akpabio service chief governors pay final respects amid tears and tributes. Daura stands still. As Katsina Airport records over 130 flights. In other news, North Central State mobilized joint security to crush bandits. Over 420 federal road completed or in progress. That's from the federal government. Awujale's burial frees Yoruba kings from ritual slavery. That's from Oluwo. Marketers protest as Dangote moves to crash cooking gas price. I'm sure Nigerians are not protesting on this matter. Nigeria's oil output soars above OPEC quota. All right, so what story do we take before the break?
So the chairman of the Senate Committee on Works, Senator Barry Nadam BP, was at the 33rd Engineering Assembly organized by the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria on Tuesday in Abuja, and he, because of the burial, of course, was represented by Ashley, I'm trying to get his name, he was represented, he wasn't physically present, his representative Ashley Emenike, and he said, to commemorate the event, that he must reaffirm that engineering remains a cornerstone of national development, and that based on implementation of reports and oversight missions by his committee, they estimate that over 420 federal roads, bridges, and projects have either been completed or advanced significantly within this administration, and they're giving kudos to the engineers that they're not just technicians, they are very important sector to the development of the country, and just to commend them.
Okay, I have the marketers' protests as Dangote moves to crush cooking gas.
But we will take that when we return from the break. Let's take a quick break right now. When we return, we continue with the front page review. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
It's amazing how your child
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere so Bobo.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
How to a holla?
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Breaking news isn't just about speed, but more importantly about fact and accuracy. It is responsible journalism, being ahead, unbiased, sensitive, in telling the stories that people would want to hear in a way that protects their sanity and for the public good. And it goes beyond breaking the news to actually following up, exploring all the angles, engaging newsmakers, tracking impact, all geared towards informing, educating, and setting agenda for the people. Breaking news is holistic, entire, complete. It's about you, me, and the world we live in. Breaking news is at the core of what we do at TVC News, and it's the honor of my life to serve you this news, fresh off the press.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the front pages. Mariam was going to take a story.
Yeah, so President of Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has announced plans to reduce the price of liquefied petroleum gas, also known as cooking gas. He promised to start direct sales of the product to consumers should existing distributors fail to allow the price crash in cooking gas. Operators in the sectors have disagreed with the plan, saying that the businessman was planning to monopolize the LPG sector. They kicked against the move on Monday, and dealers expressed fear of possible monopoly. So they said that it was doing
monopolize away.
We have 200
He said that see, the price of cooking gas is expensive and not affordable for common people who depend on, and that's why they're depending on firewood for cooking or kerosene, and he really wants to change that. He said that the refinery now produces 22,000 tons of LPG daily and is ramping up production for distribution into the Nigerian market. So 2,000 tons per day is what he gets, and he believes that he's able to sell directly to us if the marketers are insisting on keeping that fixed unrealistic price.
That they peg on dollar. So now we are refining it here. When I was a child, they used to refine at our local refineries. Gas was cheaper.
Yes.
So I've been cooking with gas since I was 9. Look at my age now. And now they're saying, no, it's dollar. It has to be dollar rate. Remember all the
everything was pegged on
dollar.
Well, who made that currency? The almighty of all
currencies. Monopolize
to our benefit.
Yeah, so I have a story here. In the week of June 13, 2025, attack on the Yelewata community in Goma local government area of Benue State, neighboring Plateau and Nasarawa State, have joined forces with Benue to seek lasting solution to the persistent bloodshed in the region. The attack left over 200 people dead and scores injured with houses burned. So speaking in Makadi on Tuesday, the executive secretary of the Benue State Emergency Management Agency, James Iopu, revealed that 107 victims of the Yelewata massacre were still receiving treatment in the hospitals across the state. He says that he is the permanent secretary in Benue State Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, and he says that the level of carnage was so unprecedented and underscored the urgency of regional collaboration to curb future attacks. So top officials from Nasarawa and Plateau states, led by their respective emergency management heads, were in Benue to condole with the people and chart a joint strategy to stop the movement of armed attackers across the borders. So speaking during the visit, he decried the incessant attacks on rural communities in the state, stating that the level of carnage in Yellowater by the armed marauders was so massive. He says so far, 107 survivors of the Yellowater attack are still receiving treatment at Benue State University Teaching Hospital, Makodi. Wow. You know, that attack that took about 200 lives. So I like the fact that they are coming together. You know, those states within those areas, they already know the sort of problem that they have together. They can pull forces together, come up with a local security outfit that can watch what is going on in the place.
Totally important. This is a bit of good news because usually Nigeria doesn't meet the OPEC. We rarely meet our OPEC quota. But the second time this year, Nigeria actually meets and even surpassed the OPEC quota. So we usually have this quota that the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries declared as what we should put out. And because of insecurity, because of bunkery, we tend to not be able to meet up with the production capacity. But we did in May, and now we also did in June. So they said that in June we even surpassed. We're supposed to produce 1.5 million barrels per day, but we were able to do 1.7 million barrels, which is really good news. I'm always quick to say, oh, this crude oil that you say we have, we're not even meeting our quota. Well, this time we did. So whatever the system is doing to show up our production is working. Moving on to Daily Sun, major headline, Buhari the end. Really sad. Uzodinma flags up 2 million AI trainees in Imo. Southwest doctors threaten strike over unfavorable allowances. Community violations. TikTok removed over 3.6 million videos in Nigeria. And local government elections. Lagos PDP rejects outcome of local government polls. Heads to tribunal. Labour Party, YPP, others demand result cancellation. Visa row. Federal government pledges diplomatic resolution with US, UAE. UK begins issuance of e-visa to Nigerian, Pakistan student workers. All right, so what story can we take?
Let me take the Southwest doctors. So Southwest caucus of the Nigerian Medical Association, that's Oshun, Oyo, Ekiti, Ogun, Ondo, at a news conference announced by their chairman, Dr. Adeshino Fashanu in Oshogbo, that they'll be going on a 21 days working strike for over unfavorable allowances. So the National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission had recently released what they consider increments, but the NMA is demanding that these are inconsequential adjustments in their alignments with the 2001, 2009, 2014 collective bargaining agreement, and that they also have outstanding full payments of 2025 medical residency training fund, and that compared with the economic realities of today, these allowances, these increments do not translate to an increment, that they are just, annoying. And they said that with the ratio of one doctor to 10,000 patients and 2,000 doctors currently leaving the country every year, they should do better. They should give them better allowances to ensure that they stay back and, work here and create better conditions as well. So I'm with the doctors. Before we be
removed, even before users reported it, and 92.1% of the flagged videos taken down within 24 hours. They said even though the volume may come across as being quite staggering, they said that TikTok emphasized that these videos make up only a tiny fraction of the total content posted by Nigerian users each quarter. The company also highlights the overwhelmingly positive and creative energy of Nigeria's TikTok community. And there's so many other things that they are trying to put in place. They had a summit, and one of TikTok's partnership with CC Yara, a Nigerian non-profit organization focused on child protection and youth support. And so part of the partnership with TikTok will be expanding its in-app helpline services to Nigerian users, providing expert resources on issues such as suicide prevention, self-harm, bullying, hate speech and harassment. So in the coming weeks, Nigerian users, especially younger ones, will be able to access these local helpline services directly within the app. Fantastic. For me, that is really important news, you know, because we have spoken a lot on this platform of how social media in so many forms has helped to push some of this bad, you know, and harmful behavior. So I'm happy that Nigerians were part of the conversations to improve social media usage in our country. So
you can call and report when someone is bullying you online. Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State has flagged off an 18-day artificial intelligence, that's AI training workshop, aimed at training 2 million Nigerians at the University of Agriculture and Environmental Services, Omuagwo. Declaring the workshop open, Uzodinma emphasized the importance of AI in economic growth, political development, and digital literacy. The governor also proposed the inclusion of AI in school curriculum. He said, as we embark on this AI training today, I urge all participants to be attentive throughout the duration. AI is important to economic growth, political development, and it will improve digital literacy. I want to appeal that at the end of this workshop, AI should be made a part of our curriculum and integrate every part of AI in curriculum and programs. We've seen the importance from food production and consumption. AI has what it takes to make it better. So the coordinator of the project, David Boyson, explained the importance of the workshop as well. It was tagged Train the Trainers. Just reminded me of nurturing the nurturers. And they said it was aimed at empowering participants with AI skills and knowledge. He also disclosed that the trainees will be empowered with cash, you know, after the training. I don't know what the cash will be used for, but this is a good one as we are working towards... You
don't know what cash will be used for, a whole you.
All right, moving on to the Nigerian Tribune. Major headline, the Patriots all-inclusive confab begins in Abuja. Delegates to discuss future of constitutional democracy, plan to draft people's constitution. In other news, Sea of Heads as Buhari's state funeral in Daura features full military honors. Tinubu, Shetima, Atiku, African leaders, governors, military leaders, ministers, family, others pay last respect. In other news, very sad one, gunmen kill 27, destroy farms, burn several houses in Plateau community. Visa overstay. Respect immigration regulations of host countries, federal government tells Nigerians. Dangote to wealthy Nigerians, invest in Nigeria. It reveals how he built $20 billion refinery. All right, which we can only take one or two. One.
Okay. A good story, I guess. I'm saying is Dangote running for president because he has urged wealthy Nigerians to invest in Nigeria as it is the only way to build the nation. He said there's no two ways about it. Real growth and development cannot happen in a nation without significant investment. He criticized the tendency of African wealth being exported and stashed abroad, calling on the continent's entrepreneurs and affluent individuals to invest at home. And he said it's only through this commitment that we can drive true development. He says no nation develops without significant investment. He also said that there's hardly any country without corruption. But the difference between there and here is that in those other corrupt nations, they invest the stolen funds in their country and grow their economy rather than keeping it in foreign banks that will not in any way impact positively on the economy. And, you know, he talked about how a lot of this behavior, using, of course, his refinery as an example of, you know, he haven't done it and how it will provide, solve a lot of our socioeconomic challenges and provide jobs for the unemployed youth like he's doing. So he's speaking, you know how many times, how sometimes we talk and they say so he's walking the talk, right? That's what he's example. Yes. So that's what he's doing. Yeah. So
he's showing workings.
He has shown you that it can be done. He's done it, so you can as well.
Do it.
All right. That's all we can take on Front Page Review for today. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with the show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty. My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire. My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top your view pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show, say, now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that that day, the man
You no go see am again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey friend the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person wey go give am to you, fact as e be.
Men no dey ever get fault.
If baby no dey for her,
na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we know say if we open curtain in the morning, wetin no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick from this and she was like, this is Sharma,
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm saying I was 2 minutes after the
minus 1 year, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to see.
That's why they'll keep Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it now. Do it to me. Do it. Do it.
Hello.
Thank you for staying with us. Solemn ceremony attended by dignitaries from across Nigeria and beyond. Former President Muhammadu Buhari was laid to rest in Daura, Katsina State. The burial, conducted according to Islamic rites in his private residence, marked the final farewell to a leader who served Nigeria as both a military head of state and a democratically elected president. Buhari's body was flown to Katsina from the UK and transported to Daura, where thousands gathered to pay their respect. The ceremony reflected his enduring influence and legacy, with the tribute highlighting his commitment to anti-corruption, governance, and national unity. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, and other notable figures attended the burial ceremony. Buhari's remains were lowered to the ground at 5:50 p.m. surrounded by family, government officials, and a 21-gun salute was performed as a final honor. Today on the show, we want to discuss some of the major highlights and talking points from the state burial that began with a national holiday. What are your thoughts on this? Join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013 or 090-2413-3440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your view so we can hear from you. We're also streaming on YouTube, where you can drop your comments in the live chat. Okay, so yesterday was declared a public holiday, and it was in honor of the president's former president's burial, the late President Muhammadu Buhari, and it was a case of how do we honor his legacy. The people showed up. The people of Daura showed up. Like, it seemed like everybody left their houses to the streets to receive his body and honor him. There were tears and all of that. Nima, you had expressed earlier on Monday your how moved you were at the passing, but watching the burial ceremony yesterday, how did that make you feel?
I looked forward to it, actually. So I stayed on my phone throughout my drive around till I got home. I didn't want to miss how the body would be brought. So I wanted to see how much of the Islamic life he lived will be observed. And so I have 100 plus, if it's possible, 200% score mark for how the body was handled, how it was brought down, because of, you know, the combination of his military history. You know, all the service chiefs were the ones who carried the body from the plane down. They observed, you know, the salutes. The chief of defense staff read his citation before the burial. I think, okay, something must happen, because a female soldier was at the gravesite. Islamically, women are not at the gravesite. So, my sisters and me, but as a soldier, she was in a uniform, and then one journalist. So I said, big man, you know, it's big man thing, but really,
they tweaked some
rules. It was as simple as can be.
As in, it was wrapped in cloth.
One death that humbled me, I think they had died within the same decade, was Abacha and MK.
Yes.
You know, we had been so fearful of General Abacha at the time. All of us, because I think I was in just 3. Yeah, just 3 or SS1. And then he died, and then we stayed on NTA, myself and my dad. That's the end of it. Yeah. That's the end of it. It was brought in, same thing as Yaradua, and I wish that is more of what we will reflect on. You know, how you left it is better than how what you gather. How much of an impact did you leave? Because at the end of the day,
the crowd,
you know,
the clips are showing on the
screen. So this is Sunnah. When a janaza is being held, it is rewarded to escort the body. So you see people coming out. We were not even privileged to take my father home. We still had a crowd. As private as the cemetery is private, everything. We got there and there was just a crowd. Everybody that was there for another burial joined the janaza. We had crowd. I was pushed to the end. In the end, I was like, it was not supposed to be this crowd there so that we can be as close as possible. They even just, you know. So
could you explain something for me to Islamic? Because I've always heard that they have to bury within 24 hours.
Yes. So it's not within 24 hours. It wasn't a time. As quickly as possible. They said two things that when it's time, it should be done early. Is when a child is engaged to be married quickly, and when a body is dead, very quickly. So not that 24 hours, but we started to observe 24 hours here.
As fast as you can.
Yeah, my late maternal granddad. They had to wait till the next day because people were expected to travel to witness. His only son was in Kaduna, the surviving son at the time was in Kaduna, and so they had to wait for him to come. But my grandfather, they didn't wait for my dad to come. He wasn't on the, no, my grandmother was on the Hajj. So they buried his mother before he came as quickly as possible. We're not supposed to go and ice and, you know, and all of those
I think it was pretty quick though, because they brought...
no, the paperwork, why Miriam is asking is, why I'm saying as quickly as possible. Paperwork sometimes impedes that quick burial. We saw it with the billionaire Nigerian who died, Dan Tatabi, what was his name, who died some weeks before Buhari. And we saw it with Buhari as well. So he was an ex-president. He died in a foreign land. Of course, foreign people want to make sure that all the paperwork.
So I asked the question because it is common, especially in Nigeria, for Muslims to bury their dead within the day, 24 hours.
On the Hajj, is within the hour. If you are observing Hajj and they are just moving the bodies past you. Once the doctors are saying certified, they don't. You know you don't touch the body. We buried my dad. He was warm. I kept hugging the body. I thought it was
so there's
sleeping.
no need for mortuary.
Yeah, so we don't do mortuary. It's not so paperwork. My best friend, when she passed, Fashola just passed autopsy law in Nigeria. We waited 3 days, and so it was a talk in the mosque. Then everybody was just talking. She died trying to have a baby. And autopsy law,
they had to confirm.
They did everything. They took out the baby. They everything. So paperwork can delay. It's not that it's an intention of the family to delay.
Okay.
So
Let's come back to
quick as possible is what it's up to.
Yeah. So Mariam, what was your take on the burial ceremony?
Yeah. So for me, because I was with my daughter celebrating graduation, I wasn't able to watch the rites, you know, in real time. Yes. So. When I finally had time, I got a few clips. I was able to watch a few clips, and it looked. I was proud that Nigeria came together and honored, you know, former president the way that we did, with respect and dignity. And also, it's always humbling to see the way Muslims bury their dead. It just shows you that you really do come with nothing and you go back with nothing. And it just reminds you, really, in your mind, what is important in this world is how you live your life, your legacy. One thing also that I found a bit curious is that you could see how emotional the family was, you know. And I say that because usually with the Northerners and with Muslims, they tend to hold their emotions in, especially when it comes to death like this. But with him, you could see the mourning. It was quite different. And for me, it just goes to show that, you know, he was well loved. There are people who loved him and respected him. There are people who are going to miss him, you know. And it was just truly a beautiful event event to watch. And I'm happy that we did it right. Yes. And there was a short clip I saw of was out of context of our president. He sat down, he had his hand almost like,
worry.
Yes, he looked concerned.
Just a bit, you know, it's confrontation. Like when you see somebody being buried, it's like you are facing your own death. You know it might not happen in the next 10 years. You are hoping it happens maybe over the next 20 years, but you know this would also happen to you.
Especially when
you are seeing that
your age grade, your peers just drop one after the other. You just know that it's coming. Yeah, it reminded me that the man that was so criticized was also a father, aside from being a president. He was an uncle. He was a husband. He was a friend. He was a family member. He had people that looked up to him. He had people that he inspired. He had people that adored him. He had people that some of his policies do not go down well with. And, you know, even at that, the support was massive. The place was, you know, full, and it was well organized. And it brought me to how we really do our own sort of burial in this part of the world. It's not like I'm trying to, but we should take a few lessons, because what I see most times is we do our burial ceremony not just for the person who has died, because whatever you're doing, the person who has died, he has gone. He has moved on. His journey, he has transcended to something else. He's facing his own journey. He's not seeing, he's not experiencing, he's not feeling what you're doing. But most times we do we go above and beyond for our ego. We're doing it for ourselves. So all those eyes, we are burying this.
Giving him a befitting
You are
burial.
doing it for yourself. It won't change anything where he's going. It won't affect anything where he's going. So the simplicity of the burial is what I think that many of us will begin to, if we can, begin to adopt that and ensure that while that person is alive, you do the best that you can to care and love them, so that when they go, just honor them in simplicity. I hear a lot of people, I know this is not the day, but a lot of people get into debt just because they want to do burial. You see, they'll come to you, I need money. Please borrow me. I want to bury my father. I want to bury my auntie. I want to bury. And when you see what they are borrowing the money for, is for the extravagance that the dead person will not even witness.
The real honor.
Will not even experience. Yeah, the real honor is in how you have treated that person while the person is alive. So this is humbling for us, for a full president to be wrapped in cloths and just put on the ground. It's humbling for us.
The flags were taken away.
When it was laid to rest itself, I feel, it was, when I heard the news of his passing, I didn't really feel anything. I just felt, oh, old man, he has gone to rest. He was not feeling fine. When I saw his body being laid to rest, I felt it.
Something.
It just,
I just
had the chills. It just made me feel like, wow, that's the end. This is the end. We're not going to see him again. He's not going to smile. He has,
he will be in the history
books. For whatever it is, there's just this calm strength that he always carried, very calm strength.
He had an aura.
And sense of humor. And I'm like this is gone. We're not going to hear his jokes. We're not going to see him just give that little smile, and all of that is gone. We can only see videos. We can only see pictures. He's done his bit, and like you said, we got to see the father. We got to see the close family he left behind. Truly express the emotional pain they are going through, and you can't watch that as a human being and not feel anything. It was brutal, the way the tears and all of that, and I was very, very, it just made me look at all the things that we have said. Thankfully, I cannot recount ever insulting or saying something. I always tried to balance it out, but if I'd ever found myself saying something bad about him, I felt really like, did I actually ever say anything? And so at that point in time, it was just very humbling. And I'm actually really feeling very emotional right now. We'll take a quick break. Let me
gather yourselves together.
But we'll continue the conversation after the break. Let's just get ourselves together a bit. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty. My name na Chika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top your view pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost. I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show, say, now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person wey go give am to you, fact as he be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby no dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person make person no fit talk true inside. But for this country, we not say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Please the man.
And that's some warrior.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's light camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay, and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
Welcome back, and thanks for staying with us. It's still a very solemn air here in the studio as we've been discussing the state burial of the former president, late Muhammadu Buhari, and how his burial ceremony gives us a lot of lessons. And I think that this lesson, personally for me, extends to all Muslim burial ceremonies that I get to observe, because most Muslims tend to suspend culture in the altar of, like, this is our religion, and it's a very solemn, humbling experience. But seeing a president, like, this is not a former president, you would have felt like they would put a little bit of more ceremony towards the burial ceremony, but it's still kept to the tenets.
Even what you saw also, you know, it's actually the military background that you had. So the extra that you saw, because if it was what I know, it is as simple as possible. But the other things that you saw was the military, and that's something also that I love about the military, the way that they finally laid their soldiers to rest. Yes. Oh, utmost respect. And then that 21 gun salute. It just makes you feel so proud, because I like that they do that, especially for military personnel, especially as you know, a lot of them make the ultimate sacrifice. It gives you a little bit of, you know, you now appreciate the life that they have lived. You know, we honor them properly in death, and I like that, because we are getting to a point where people don't see death as something that should be honored. We say anything, as we saw, you know, with the passing of this former president. There are lots of things that were said left, right, and center. Not saying that people are not allowed to express themselves, but really, culturally, the way I know Africans and Nigerians, that we honor the dead. Even the Bible for Christians, I know that there's a book in Ecclesiastes that says it's better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. Even Christianity honors the dead, you know. So I hope that when people get to watch this, they will now understand when people say there's an honor that you give to someone that's dead. It's not the time to just be misbehaving and just speaking anyhow.
We have a few comments here. Oluwaseun Olatunde from YouTube says, a fine man, gallant soldier, 3 times head of state and president. I felt it too. Other than that, other painful thing just moved up. So other painful burials were also, they mentioned Idiagbo, they mentioned Abiola, and all of that.
You know, it was known to, although it was now saying that, it was now said that the Western media were pushing that, but he was known to be feared by his people as well. And then he died, and then suddenly it's the simple burial as well. I feel that the soldiers needed to do this for.
I really can't remember Idiagbo's burial. I've been really young then.
Even Abiola,
even Abiola's one, I can't remember.
Just sitting by the TV every time.
No, I know I watched, but I can't like remember feeling anything.
Sometimes it's what you like. I remember Abacha when he was being brought, and I remember lots of people thought, why would they bring our president like that? You know,
in fact, they didn't.
But
use
I don't remember Abiola. No, they brought him like that on the.
So I say, I was saying that the soldier salute, President Buhari, late President Buhari, was well deserving of it. I remember 17. The soldiers got their money, pensions upgraded.
He took care of his people.
Even the Biafran soldiers, he got them, you know, absorbed into and their pensions all over the years accumulated. He did that. And, you know, we don't talk enough about what he tried to do. That's why I say that he did what he tried to do is what we like to see. I remember that my father-in-law was alive at the time, being a former soldier. He became a lover of President Buhari because of that. Prior to that, looking at when he retired, what he got was pittance. But when President Buhari did that, he felt proud that, yes, I served. We went to war. He started to talk more, and he used to call my son Major because he started to relive the memories, whereas most of them retire with regret of how the country treated them. I hope that will be done for the police officers as well, because the videos going around is not encouraging. Another outstanding thing was the way Yusuf Buhari comported himself at that burial.
As a son?
As a son, yeah. So he, just as expected, was the first to lay his father to earth. And then the crowd of lovers that President Buhari had wanted to do that. I watched him. I saw the way one suits man, I believe that the SSS guy, pulled him up while he was using the hand, because, you know, they will kick around after the mat is placed on the planks, the sticks, kick earth around the place, you know. So it's actually, my father used to call it a house. And so when I saw my father's grave, I used to say, so this is the duplex my father describes, because you're going to be laid there to rest. So the big bed, everything, that's the end of it. So I saw, and they were doing that. They were like, you creating. He was doing it with his hands. They were passing him earth with his hands. He was doing it, and then somebody pulls him up, trying to remember his status.
How now?
The boy pushed himself. You know, there's so many voices. He still found his way back. Still struggling around the grave. Can I just observe this?
He's actually showing.
But he is his father, how do you Bible say? He's a statesman, was a states burial, and all of those observations that they needed to do. But he found his way. Eventually, with grief and all of that, how many shovel he won't use, he still did struggle
show his own,
to observe that for me, you know, was an outstanding.
We have a few more comments. Hafsa says, "Stop when I saw it touched me to jokes apart, if not for anything, for the fact that all the battalions in Nigeria and abroad couldn't stop death from reaching him. Who can be me when the time reach?" Time Media says, "The Katsina State Governor captured my feelings yesterday as I saw him weeping. He's a genuine lover of Buhari. That was my feelings yesterday. May Baba Buhari continue to rest in power." Talk where they say maybe you should take the rest of the week to recover from your emotions. Moses says, I know. Moses says, that's why acquiring land, real estate is vanity of vanity. Everyone will get
where would they put you?
Get 6 feet cremation. I know it's just yes, but Sawyer Olajumoke says, I felt it real time. Life is nothing but vanity. Fadiki Futa says the crowd and supporters chanting "Say Baba" as his casket was lowered, reflecting deep respect, particularly from the northern region. Hafsa says we are just strangers in this world. Let's just take what we need to be and content. Nothing is worth taking by force.
Do any of you remember
other humans down?
Do any of you remember that we used to call him Boo Boo?
Yeah. No, somebody did. Somebody called.
There was Boo Boo, there was Say Baba, but the Say Baba was
somebody still called it. Boo Boo. No, it was my sister-in-law. She calls it Boo Boo.
Please let me take this one. It's very important. Andrew in Streetham says, in ancient Christianity, we buried the dead the next day, or that very day. Many scriptures support that. Even Jesus, when he died on the cross, was buried that day.
Yes.
The Jews today do the same. Because at what point
is our own culture?
No. It's African culture. Party is different too. Our culture did not know of ice.
Of ice, how do you
different.
They will bury and then do party after.
So party
we used to bury immediately.
Are you sure?
Even at the back of the house, look at most of the ancient graves. They're always close to the family houses.
Yeah.
It was mostly at the
back. Some buried in their compound.
So
they will not do party.
With civilization,
must do party.
Embalmment, okay.
It's science. It's still science.
No, I think we
had a bit of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I am, Egypt used to do major embalmment. But I feel that, from everything that we've said, the lessons must be learned. When people die, it is a moment to confront that we are humans. Your mortality faces you, and it should humble you into good character. It should humble you into kindness. It should humble you into compassion. And we are hoping that this moment humbles Nigerians generally
and our
into
leaders.
Service. Our leaders to serve with good character, with compassion, and with kindness. That's all we can take on this segment of the show. When we return, we continue with other topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick from a distance, they were like, this is Sharma, Saying
it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm 3
hours, 2 minutes after the
minus 1 year, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to.
That's why they'll keep Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it now.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together. consistent taste your loved ones.
In a country with over 300 plenty languages, why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo, where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam sef and every person wey dey for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station wey dey unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Wetin Dey with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Bobo.
You dey chop for this
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we dey give you wetin dey sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make Yanga?
Compound wahala.
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Breaking news isn't just about speed, but more importantly, about fact and accuracy. It is responsible journalism, being ahead, unbiased, sensitive, in telling the stories that people would want to hear in a way that protects their sanity and for the public good. And it goes beyond breaking the news to actually following up, exploring all the angles, engaging newsmakers, tracking impact, all geared towards informing, educating, and setting agenda for the people. Breaking news is holistic, entire, complete. It's about you, me, and the world we live in. Breaking news is at the core of what we do at TVC News, and it's the honor of my life to serve you this news, fresh off the press.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless.
Amadi
Doja Salamadini, I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News.
My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
9 Yanga FM.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. A US-based lawyer and political figure, Owolabi Salis, has become the first Nigerian to voyage beyond Earth's atmosphere. Salis was one of 6 passengers on Blue Origin's NS-33 mission, which launched from West Texas on the 29th of June 2025. Joining us from the US to share his remarkable story behind the sojourn and his noteworthy experience is the record breaker himself. Welcome to the show, sir, Owolabi Salis. Woo! It's good to have you on the show. All right, you can join the conversation by calling us on 020-1635-2013, or you can call us on 0902-416-3440. Tweet to us, we'd like to hear from you. Now, sir, you journeyed outside Earth's orbit. Like, how did that feel? What even made you want to even try that out? Are you not scared in any way?
I'm not saying you. I really need to see you.
Okay.
So the program, because the Zoom is kind of not showing you.
Oh, okay. But we can see you and you are live on television right now.
The world can see you, sir.
Sir.
But can you hear us, sir?
Okay. We can see you. The world can see you. You are. No, just go ahead, sir. Everything is good.
Okay. No problem.
Okay, sir. So the question is, why did you decide to go into this exploration, and how scared were you approaching the situation?
I'm actually not scared. I'm not scared. A lot of people have interviewed me before now, talk about being scared or no. I'm not scared. I went on the journey. It's actually a pilgrimage. Yeah. So I believe that pilgrimage is not limited to a particular region. So I've been doing a lot of travels. I've been to over 100 countries, and I've been to very important places in our planet. So I've been to South Pole, I've been to North Pole, I've been to the Greenland, and I've been to so many places, over 100 places. And when you do such travels, it's good to observe the culture. You look at the forest, of the places where you go. Like, let's assume you come to Nigeria, you see the city, then you go into the culture, then you go into the forest. You observe all the, good things the Almighty Lord has created in various places. So, after taking a tour of the South Pole, I took a tour of the North Pole, the Greenland, and so many other places, I just decided, let me go to space, do a pilgrimage to space. And, I submitted my name to Blue Origin, and they called, they accepted me, and I paid. So that's just what it is. It's more of a pilgrimage. And because I hold the belief that pilgrimage is not limited to a particular region. The pilgrimage is you to observe the beauties of the planet, and of course beyond. The more you see, the more spiritual standing that you have.
Okay. In many of your interviews, when the question of fear came up, which my colleague has also asked, you kept mentioning that you had no fear because you're a member of Soul Making Ministry. And I would like to have an understanding of what Soul Making Ministry is about, and what are some of their tenets, what do they teach that gives you such confidence without you being afraid that the rockets may explode?
I did say I'm a member of the Soul Maker Ministry, Soul Making. And the Soul Maker, ministry is a ministry that focuses on the creator of our soul, the maker and owner of all souls. And we have had this ministry for a long time, and going to space even make us to really confirm the importance of the soul maker. You see, everybody even knows this. Everybody knows this. When you ask people questions, they all know this.
Okay.
And the question is this: we all know that there's some kind of spirit being, a supernatural being hub there that gives everybody a soul.
Okay.
When I say gives you a soul, means your first route to life. When your mother conceived you, for example, a soul is given to your mom, and that's your first route to life. Without the soul, there's no life. So we're all speaking to each other because there's a soul in our body. So when the soul leaves the body, then you won't be able to speak to me, and I won't be able to speak to you. So the soul is the key to life. So it's the primary spirit. We call it the primary spirit, the spirit that brings you to life, and that's your first route to life. And it's common to all human beings. It's delivered by the Almighty Lord of the universe to every human being in a pure form. So, but now, when you now get conceived, the soul is given through your parents. And so we see your parents as your second route to life. The first route is the Almighty Lord that gave you the soul. Your second roots are your parents. And your third roots are your familiar ancestors. You're looking at your grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-great-grandfather.
Fantastic.
All these people, they all, make things, do a lot of things to...
Okay, sir. Mr. Sir, we'd like to bring in more questions concerned, because we're curious about the space exploration.
Yes. I know that you have, you've been interviewed many times, already for this particular feat that you have achieved, but for many of our viewers and for me as well, it's truly our very first time of hearing from you directly and seeing you. Could you please give us a play-by-play as fast as you can for live TV of the process when you applied, when the trainings that you got, the feeling being in the craft and getting there, and when you got back? Could you please tell us? Because it's like Hollywood for all of us right now.
All right, so we're going to go into that reply after this quick breaks. Mr. Owolabi Salis, just give us a few minutes for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll get the reply to that question. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Breaking news. The home is under attack by stains, disease-causing germs, and so much more. An all-out war. But not for long, cause Hypo is here. Dirty floors and surfaces.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barka mu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
The TVC News at 7 and the TVC News at 10 are not like any other news broadcast.
It's the big news hour, the hour for the big breaking stories.
We've got some of the best reporters on the field,
taking you through as it happens.
It's fast-paced, hard-hitting,
with investigations that matter.
bringing in news that affects your life.
With sport, entertainment, and business news, so you don't miss a thing.
Experience resourceful coverage with depth.
Every night.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
capsule.
All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us. We still have Mr. Awolabi Salis. Mariam asked a question before the break. We'd like to have your feedback on the experience.
Yes, what was your question so that can be comprehended by the people?
Okay.
Can you repeat your question?
Sure. I said that if you could please tell us, you know, the whole experience from when you applied till you got to space and you know, you arrived Earth again. What did it take, you know, to apply, and how did you feel when you finally were able to accomplish this extraordinary feat?
Okay, I told you earlier that it's more of conducting a pilgrimage, you know, which is linked to a spiritual study. I've done that in a lot of places on the planet 3, and I applied, called and assessed the fee, and I paid. On the day for us to go to space, we were invited to a village called Astronaut Village in Texas, and you know, we went through intensive training. And funnily, in that same Texas, there was, you know, this is Blue Origin. I went on Blue Origin. There is SpaceX too around Texas that was supposed to fly some payloads to space that unfortunately is widely reported when they were about to fly to space, there was an explosion and the SpaceX exploded, you know. That was some, you know, less than a week before we started the training. And, you know, so the discussion, a lot of people had that feeling whether, you know, one should continue to join the space. Decide, well, I have to join. You know, I decided I'm just going to have to join. I told my people. So we were supposed to fly June 21, and June 21 is the solar solstice there. Solar solstice. That's when the sun is at the equator. If you know about the sun very well, you know, I mean, the sun is at the equator. During that time, you don't get a shadow, and the winds on the northern hemisphere of the equator, you know, and the southern hemisphere of the equator kind of right. So that was so windy. So it was very windy. And we were in the capsule, they were about to take off. And, you know, the count of 1, 2, 10, 9, 8, 10, you know, count down. Then suddenly the wind continued, you know, appeared heavily.
Wow.
They have to scrub it. They stopped it, you know.
Wow.
Scrubbed it and they disengaged into a shelter.
Wow.
So the second day, June 22nd, the wind continued to blow heavily, and then they scrubbed it again. Then the management decided that we should give it one more week.
Wow.
So we had to go back to our various places and come back June 29 to continue the tour to the space. But June 29, the wind was very nice and was very beautiful. So at the count, 9, 10, 9, 8, something,
wow.
They blow on the key and we move. So, but you know, they will tell you 3 hours. I think I told somebody that 3 to 4 hours before and a little after, you know, the launch, they will tell you to use the bathroom the last time because you are not going to have access to bathroom. Not going to have access to bathroom. And, you know, the purpose is because, you know, all the places are going to be, you know, you're not going to have access to bathroom. And we were asked to use diapers. So all of us were on diapers, which is okay because, like me, for example, I have to take, you know, alligator pepper, atari, and the Orobo, you know, Orobo is
I like it.
the
It took
bitter
Africa
cola,
with
right?
you.
You know, so when you do something serious, you know, when you take the alligator pepper and the bitter cola, you look more serious. You know,
Oh wow!
And, you know what you do.
That's a traditional man.
The thing blasted off, and you know, inside the capsule, you feel something is moving. Because okay, it's moving, but not like dangerously. Outside is very dangerous, and you guys throw into space. By the time you go into space, you're gonna hear. I mean, you're gonna see the whole thing, you know, clearing out the sky, and then suddenly you see your planet getting, you know, like a ball. You just see like a ball reducing in size and all that. But
Wow.
It's a ball. You know, our planet where we live right now is mysterious. It's suspended.
Imagine.
Yeah.
It's a suspended. It's a suspended kind of motor doors, water here. You know, suspended by the sunbeam. You're going to see it. It's just suspended, and then when you get to space, you see, you know, kind of dark, white, dark area. Probably going to the next planet. I don't know where that is going to be, but you see, you will know when you get to space. You feel like a spirit, like something is leaving you, like a soul is leaving your body. That's how you feel.
Wow.
Then you find out everything is floating, even the belt, you know, that you put on,
The harnesses.
will be floating. Yes, everything is floating. And then the next thing, when you remove the belt, that's if you unharness the belt or strap it, then you yourself will start floating. So we're all floating like a bird. No, trust me, we're all floating like a bird. No, then I was busy because I have to pray for the peace of this planet. I have to pray for Nigeria. I did pray for Nigeria. I prayed for myself, for my family, did a lot of prayers. And of course, I look into all the darkness of the universe and, you know, I say hello to the Almighty. I was waving.
To the Almighty.
Waving to the Almighty Lord.
You're definitely closer than the rest of us.
I just said, the Almighty Lord, I'm here because I don't see you, but you don't see me.
Oh God.
Yeah.
What an experience, sir. What an experience.
Yes, because nobody has seen the Almighty Lord of the universe, and nobody will see it.
Fantastic.
So one of the conclusion that I'm able to arrive at is I'm challenging anybody. One of the conclusion I'm able to arrive at, entertained before in the planetary, is that nobody, the Almighty Lord of the universe, you know, nobody has seen it and nobody will see it. And again, that the Almighty Lord of the universe is actually different. I'm repeating, it is different from all what the religious books, all of the religious books, over 400 religious books in the planet, I've told everybody. It's different. It's not the God of the Bible. I'm telling you right now, it's not the Allah of the Quran. I'm saying it for sure. It's not the Oduduwa that people say they come from heaven. No, it's not. It's not the Lord Shiva, Vishnu, and you know the Hindu theories, and it's not the Zeus of the sky. It's not. The Almighty Lord of the universe is never seen and will not be seen.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your amazing experience out of the space, you know, and it was very it eloquently puts the idea of what it feels like to look down and see how suspended the earth is. Very humbling. However, your opinion concerning religion and religious sentiments are your opinion, you know, based on your experience, which you are entitled to. So thank you so much for your time. We've enjoyed listening to you and your experience. We, BC and I, are very curious adventurers. We're asking ourselves, should we go to space and explore space as well? Because Mr. Olabi Salis has gone and come back. We now have more confidence to be the next people from Nigeria to explore the space. Thank you for breaking the ceiling, and I'm sure many other Nigerians will continue the exploration after you. It was great having you on the show, sir. We'll take a quick break right now, and then the show will continue. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name na Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail. And I dare on top of your view pigeon. I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this. This na wetin you want. After that day, the man you no go see him again. If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy is not, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person we will give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we know say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some poria.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Brand new studio, brand new set, a new face, but still your favorite breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria.
It's a fresh new energy, new vibe. You smell that?
Now that's the smell of tasty, tantalizing food from our various chefs.
And when it comes to sports updates with insightful analysis, the place you want to be is Wake Up Nigeria.
That's right. Every second there's a fresh occurrence, and every minute there's a story to tell. Keep abreast of happening locally and internationally via the news updates of Wake Up Nigeria.
It's live camera fashion, where we strut, slay, and sashay and keep you updated with all the latest fashion trends.
Level up your morning.
Watch Wake Up Nigeria, where every morning begins with a spark.
A mother having a very proud mother-child moment, saying that her child had for many times going to school, gotten beaten, and this proud moment was the moment when her child slapped the person who was sort of bullying the child in school. So she did a detailed video showing the child, showing the face of the child, showing the injury on the child, explaining that this child always comes back home with injury before, and that now she's so proud. The teacher had called her to tell the mother that your daughter slapped the child. And he said, what did the child do to my daughter? Online, the response has been a mixed one, and I'd like to hear the opinion of the ladies of your view. I'd also like to hear from you as well. So you can join the conversation by calling the numbers on the screen, 020-163-52013, or you could tweet to us. We'd love to hear from you. Now, is it right to train your child to fight? Or is it right, at what point do we say it's violent? At what point do we say self-defense? At what point do we say that we are raising a child that is going to be a very aggressive person in circumstances, or we're raising a child that is going to be a lily-livered, easily bullied child? Nima, I kind of know where you stand on this, but let me just, because I did not, I kind of know where you stand on this, you know, but let me just hear from you.
She may have changed today.
Or maybe the video, the way the video.
No, I understand this mother. Me, I'm happy for her. And I'm just, paying that how we're made to raise kids, to raise their hands, because it just might be creating a monster. I had to change my daughter to a calmer, more patient person. So I understand, but it's the teacher's failure. All the time. You are the adults in the room, the mother who turns their eyes away, I'm this mother. The day that my son raised his hand and took his toy from, they were just 4-year-olds, he's a month older than this girl. But she bullies him all the time in front of all of us. Maybe because she was a girl bullying a boy. We don't say anything. And that time he did not speak our local, give me back. This I was saying, give me be back. And then eventually one day he just raked the girl, put her down, took his toy, said, give it back. Said, hey. And I saw the girl's mother come out at that time. And you were a proud mother. So yeah, I was a proud mother at the time. But I saw the girl's mother come out because she finds her child in the sand. It would have been fair that she's saying to the girl the way I was saying to my daughter when she was 2, that I can't keep coming to school because you're beating up everybody. You need to learn. And I remember saying to her when she got to a new school that if they ever call me in this school, it's me that will beat you. And it stopped. Yeah. If mothers, the adults, the parents, the teachers do their job, because I cannot come and kill myself, and they are already killing a child. Imagine, look at the age of the child we're talking about. It's the school, the teachers. It's a baby. Yes. That was even the part that got to me. Because I'm like, this child is barely working.
Yeah. So definitely for me, I'm with Nima on this, which is really, for me, the failure on the part of the school or whoever the adults are in that situation, because we're talking of a little child. Now, the mother is proud of her for defending herself after several times of being bullied, and obviously nothing had been done to address the bullying. The person that's doing the bullying or the group of persons that have been hurting the girl. So hurting not just emotionally, where you're saying, okay, maybe you didn't even see it. Physical bruises on this child's face. So for me, that place has stopped being a safe place, a school. It had now become a war zone. And so the mother had to equip her child to protect herself in a war zone. That place has stopped being a school. And to have teachers and the audacity of the teacher to come and say your child was found, you know, hating someone. For me, that's at the point that I will call the school out. You know, I'll call out the name of the school, the teacher and everything. So you know to get up and speak on behalf of someone and try and stop a behavior. But you didn't do this all this time. You allowed a behavior to be perpetuated so much that it has now become commonplace that I now have to equip my child with the tools to defend herself. I was reading, this just an example, when the stories of people who would go into American schools and shoot at their children became rife, you know, they were selling these bags that were bulletproof knapsacks. Bulletproof school bags for their children that they can put on their backs or in front of them in case of an invasion. And the parent was saying how sad that she has to have this conversation with a 6-year-old. That is the same way I feel with this child. That it has become a war zone. This one is that you are fighting against people who are coming to scratch you, pull your hair and everything. I have to send my child to a war zone to learn schooling. So truly for me, this is not really about just the bully, because even the bully, we're talking of little children. These are, I think she's like 3 or 4 years. So what are you doing as a student, as a teacher? What are you doing as a school that you're allowing these sort of things to happen?
One child injure another.
But beyond everything, I think the woman should take her child out of that school. That's not a way to allow your child to be raised. Come and change your child that you have loved. No, but there are schools. Please help me. There are so many schools that a child does not go through that.
No, maybe in your area or town. You know, these schools that we are talking about.
School,
Each school, you have to solve it too. Because you take the child to another school and she's making new friends, she's adjusting
different things again. So for me, I think we just need to understand bullying. The bully, the bullied, and the witness all face the same sort of side effects and trauma at the end of the day. And I've always said this: if you cannot observe, you have no right being a classroom teacher. Not many children can come and report when they are being bullied, and that's where observation comes into play. So you should look at your class to know that this one is always pulling somebody's hair and call the child to order even before the one that they pull the hair comes to report. But many times we are waiting for the child to come and report before we do something. That's one. Sometimes there are some parents that you like more than other parents. So you see their child misbehaving in class and you overlook them, and then it affects the child going forward. So I've had 3 children who had 3 different personalities. The first 2, when they were from very little, they were calling me to school to come and sit my children down. Don't pull somebody's hair, don't hit somebody, don't do this. And so I had to, in fact, the children did not even report. It was the observation of the teacher to say that I've noticed this girl is doing this, I've noticed this boy is doing this, and we had to address it. I had to, at some point, I had to take out my daughter's snacks for 1 week, you know, just for her to get the message that you don't treat another person like this. And he adjusted. Now, for the last one, is a different personality. She's now on the receiving end where everybody's giving her bass, and I don't know what to do. So when I saw this video, I'm like, are you sure I should not give her
ammunition? This
kind of ammunition. But I'm also weary because sometimes you can determine the beginning of a fight. You don't know the end of that fight. Not like I care, no. But because a child is involved, I want to be very careful. And so I always tell her, when this happens, go straight and report to the teacher. If you report 1, you report 2, you report 3, take action. Now the action part, now the girl pause. Like when I'm giving her, she's like, "Mommy, but that's not me. Hey, what do I do to this child?" So it can be painful when your child is on the receiving end, and that's why the teachers must do their job. Observe and put things in place to stop this. They are children, they are growing, they are so I realized that from very early you can tell the different personalities of different children. In their mind, they don't see it as bullying. It's a form of control for them. They want to be heard, they want to be seen, and that is how they express. That is the time to begin to correct it. You don't wait till that child now grows to secondary school and now carrying gun to shoot somebody that just annoy them. So we need to do a lot as caregivers and teachers. It's our responsibility, I beg. And parents as well. When they call you that your child is beaten, don't say, no, my child cannot do that. Oh. My child does not do that at home. Pay attention to what they have observed. Yes, because children can have split personalities. They one face to what their mother, another face to an outsider.
They also know what they can get.
Yes,
exactly.
So true. So when they call you, observe too, and don't just write it off. No, they're lying on my child. My child cannot do this. We need to stop that as parents. Please.
All right, say
we'll
that
take
the
a
one
quick
where
break.
You carry for pregnancy. If it's
break.
When we return, we'll continue with the show. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and she was like, this is Sharma, this is Sharma.
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first date.
The Generation Z are ranting.
I'm
Siri, I was 2 minutes after the
minus here, please.
Don't show me. I don't want to.
That's why they'll keep Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it, love. Do it to me. Do it. Do it.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 70.
Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So concerning this topic, I don't know. I feel as someone who was very, very bullied in school and who never fought, I feel that even those that choose not to fight will still be okay. They'll be okay. And it's not everybody that is naturally wired to be a fighter. Some of us, even if you try to turn us to fighter, will not become fighter. Say anything you say, we are not. It's not our nature to fight. Okay. But I am worried about this thing to post online. You didn't need to post that child's face. I feel really, really bad. She didn't need to. Can we learn to protect our children? Can we? Because like you're putting a child, I'm sure it is even the blogs that reposted it that blurred the face. She didn't even by herself blur the face. She's coming online to show off the fact that a child fought back. Yes, you can choose to push your narrative, but protect your innocent child who, yes, had fought back and you're proud of her, does not need her face posted online just because of what? What's the message? What are you trying to drive the lesson? I don't think people understand. When we talked about last week, we were talking about educating. 2 weeks ago, people don't have education. I think in this case too, a lot of people don't understand how the social media space can be and how vulnerable we are, how things can be taken out and reused and repurposed. Protect your child. You shouldn't be posting that small child online just because you want to do content for any reason.
I agree.
I know Mariam went to chip in something.
Yeah, I wanted to say, when you said not everybody is going to be a fighter, and I say a lot of times we don't talk a lot about the emotional work, hard work that non-physical fighters do on themselves. You see, they build themselves up mentally that they are able to separate nonsense from, you know, from what they should, from sense. Yes, thank you for that. Separate nonsense from sense. They understand boundaries. They understand what they want. I understand that as a parent, you feel like my child is always on the receiving end. Your child is building up mental strength, emotional strength. I know it because it happened to me, and I know a lot of people that it has happened to. They grow up into these adults, and you're wondering, how are you able to do this? How are you able to take this? You understand? I don't need you in my space. I don't want you in my space. You are not good for my space. I'm not going to be going back and forth with you. Whatever it is you're saying is not true about me. So that is something we need to recognize in those who do not always have to fight. I'm not saying don't learn to defend yourself in healthier ways, but I'm saying that there's also a good that comes from knowing that I am not a physical fighter, but I am building up strength mentally.
So I believe that, you know, life, things that happen to us as individuals from childhood all the way eventually forms and shapes who we become as adults. So maybe as adults you'd have been able to develop, but some people, every human has a monster.
True. Even the fighters.
The fighters, their monster is the one that shows
you see their own.
The quiet person, if you don't do the right thing, you don't know how it will present.
Not necessarily quiet.
No, you know what you allow. This happens among, siblings are your first trial.
I'm trying to understand.
Siblings are your first trial, so you don't know what it will present. You know that mother, and you think, well, maybe one child was maybe a sickly child, and that child becomes the bully who is always protected. And then she's always inciting, or he's always inciting this other sibling. And the parents, maybe because of experiences of the childbirth, are more lax than one. The day that the one that is supposedly undefended, you just see an adult, you say, you always took my sister's side. You know, it presents the same way.
Different sides.
Yeah, in different ways. You might just be developing that one to blow out of proportion one day. We see some children emotionally, everything. You need to, as an observer parent,
balance,
God bless you with the balance, or else you need that
balance
because if you don't do that balance well, you know, you might just have a problem.
Sometimes you may not be able to do it, but life will help.
Conclusion, final words.
So it's just about observing our children. What works for one will not work for the other. Our children are given different personalities. I always like to, you know, go into the different characteristics and personalities of different people. Everybody will not present the same way. Even if you check the star signs, the behaviors are different. It doesn't mean one is superior to the other. It's just how they present. So what you now find is, what are the weaknesses of this child, and how can I help balance out with what are some of the things that I can help the child to learn, you know, to balance it out. So the one that is always the bully, maybe the one that gets angry the most, how do we, you know, give you that space to breathe? When you're upset, calm down and breathe, then come back and have this conversation. I deal with a lot of young people, and sometimes I tell them that you need to take time out, go and breathe and come back, and then we have this conversation. And by the time the child comes back, they are ready to listen to you and be logical about it. Now that one that is mostly quiet, that's always bottling things up, the day they blow, they always overblow, they blow out of proportion. How do you communicate without bottling it up in the name of just saving face and creating peace?
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, there are some of us that we don't fight and are not bottling it up.
Exactly.
So
you think so?
I disagree. Give room for every category.
I disagree.
Of people.
People only see the weakness of she's not fighting, but they forget that there's a strength as
in
well.
it, and I love that.
And you need to appreciate
that's what we can take on the show. We've heard all sides, you know, and we have to be balanced. Thank you so much for a beautiful show. We'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.